Don't start any trouble. Oh, how can I ever begin to thank you? What an ordeal that... Please, let me introduce myself. I am Bern Elgar, head steward. Do not misunderstand. I adore the Lord and Lady, but my first responsibility... Really, my liege? You wish to know about me? Why, I am Bern Elgar. Where to begin? Well, I attended to the young lord. Ancilla was once a mighty name, a mighty line. Few like them remain, at least those of the old order. A time of... This castle was meant as a holdout against the hordes. A final... Lord Ancilla commissioned its construction well into the twilight of his days. And it was finished just months before the Bolgan invasion. Excellent question. Excellent indeed. This is Sea-Watch, the legendary... Anyway, with the appropriate funds, I can install a proper forge, tidy up the halls... Yes, it will be an honor to raise this lost hall from the ashes, which in this case is really just rubble. Wonderful, my liege, wonderful. You will not regret... that is, if there were people here to make merriment. I would start with Connie, a rather quirky and elemental fey alchemist who found a place in our master's heart as his gardener. Connie was unique, even among her own kind. The last we saw of the poor creature, she was being pursued by Bolgan, and I fear she spent much of her time wandering the gardens of old Castle Ancilla, where the family lived. Of course, word has it. Farewell. Greetings.
Hello.
You found the dolls? Wonderful! Just wait until my sister gets her eyes on them. They'll wipe the sneer right off her. So tell me, was there any truth to the old legend that there's something special about them? The dolls? Too bad. Well, I'll take another look at them when I get a chance. Listen, Private Odekirk died yesterday, and, well, it's better not to waste good armor.
Hello. Be on your guard.
We are linked, you and I. You know what I am, who I am. Goodbye.
approaches me? Who approaches me?
I understand that you may be busy, but I would truly enjoy seeing the sun again. Is it still the colors? Sea Watch. Yes, that's what it was called. I enjoyed my tenure there. The Tuatha imprisoned us. The servants and advisors when they invaded 10 years. Would you be so kind as to locate the key to this dungeon door? Solitude in no way agrees with me. Farewell. You are truly a mortal of my master's ilk. A generous soul like Lord Ancilla. I do not know that is where I go now, to prepare the fortress for his return. Be well, and may your roads be prosperous. Farewell.
Welcome back. What can the heir of Ancilla do for you? We're trickling in from the drowned forest and isolated. Captain Trav was able to force a wedge into the Tuatha defenses. I was only 10 years old when the Bolgan came. All I remember, I've devoted every coin of our family fortune to the war effort, knowing that one day I'd return to the coast. I was raised here. Strange, even now I can feel it. The darkness. The place doesn't want us here. Caelid was once a lush, vibrant domain, ruled by my father and his brother Paul. Of course, the Gastier family was constantly claiming the land as their own, going so far as to build a castle that looked down upon us. Looked down on us. The seal was forged by my great-great-grandmother, the first Clarion. The verdant blades belonged to my father. He used them in the many battles fought to secure our borders. They have no equal in... I was hoping you'd volunteer. Getting the heirlooms will be a challenge. You see, they are held in a family lockbox. As for the key, I made a mistake. I was young, foolish. The night before the Bolgan came, I gave the key to her. Her name is Hilared Gastier. Yes, a Gastier, the sworn enemy of House Ancilla. It was a gesture. I meant to show her what she meant to me. But now, she has what I need. If you can convince Hilared to give you the key, you will need to retrieve the items from the lockbox in the old family fortress of Sea-Watch to the east. Good luck. How I long to see Hilared again. But my responsibility to my family comes first. The last I saw of Hilared was at the Battle of Mel Senshir. She became a soldier. Try checking her family's keep, Castle Gastier. She would likely go there. If she survived, that is. Goodbye.
My word, Connie is back at Sea-Watch. Soon. Do you like what I've managed to do in your absence? Our next best course of action is to pursue Sea-Watch's old healer, the soldier Arian Odai. Always want to fight for justice, Arian joined the war effort in an attempt to... Goodbye.
Greetings, mortal. May you find warmth and sustenance this day. I never cared for the telling, and found myself listless. Lord Ancilla found me in his herb garden one day. These were safe lands before Gadflow and the Tuatha. Safe for Fae, at least. We could wander as we wished. Now there's evil under every canopy. Goodbye.
Well, I expected to see a lot of things out. I am Sergeant Odai, twice decorated officer and now civilian escort. I guess you could say that I'm really working my way up the chain of command. No one has called me by my given name in years. I used to be a healer, but lost my gifts when So I took up a sword. It was all I could do. I have allowed 2 citizens to travel within my unit, which Oh, Brune the Bard is not so bad. I actually knew. I cannot say the same about Alof the Hunter. Strange sort, that one. He insists on staying outside our camp. Says we... Oh, I never should have ended up here. My family's ship was... The Ancillas saved me. They raised me as one of their own. I was hand-picked by Lord Ancilla himself. He saw something in... When the Bolgan attacked, I was able to slip out in the confusion. But I'll never forgive myself for Sea-Watch? Are you trying to rebuild? But I cannot just abandon my post. Not with my men depending on me. If you can find a replacement, there is a young Alfar by the name of Private Cornall in the camp south of here. I have watched, not far. He is often standing guard outside the small encampment south of here. Farewell. Hello.
We were supposed to follow behind Captain Trav and secure the pass into Alabastra. But then Captain Ancilla has ordered us to... And you are talking to me? The sergeant is a legend. Not just anyone can fill those boots, friend. I have fought in a number of campaigns, and without me the unit would have Fine. If it is the wish of Sergeant O'Dye, then I will relieve him of command. I appreciate your vote of confidence. Bye.
What is it? So you have spoken to Cornall? Cornall is a fine. Under his command, these men here will be fine. Relief will be here. Goodbye.
Greetings, my friend. I came back to retrieve that... letter. Now that I... Farewell.
This old keep will need some sprucing up, but at least Racinon's brutes will no longer decorate the halls. I knew a Droon Ancilla years ago, but that was another life, and I was another person. My quest here is what matters. Did you say the Ancilla key? Why, yes, of course I have it. Wait, this could be a trick. How do I know you're not here to seize the Gastir domain just as I'm about to win it back? Droon, I'd never forget. Our families stoked such hate. But I could never hate Droon. He was the reason I wanted to survive the Bolgan, to come back, start over. Take the key, give it to Droon. Send him good wishes. Perhaps when all of this is over, he and I can resume our friendship. Goodbye.
Let me be the first to tell you how pleased I am to see Arian Ode. Of course, I don't do bad work either. Only one member of the staff remains to be found. Normally, I would not encourage his Rumor has it that he's prowling the spoils at Melsenshire. The scruffy little... The little carrion bird is likely hovering over a pile of bodies somewhere. The last I heard, he was picking through what was left. Farewell. It's good to see you, my liege. All but goodbye.
Slept since you left. My mind kept revisiting those last few moments with Hilared. The tower fireplace. You've revived my family, friend. These great take the verdant blades. You must. I do not wish to rule my new domain with fear and fire. The sea. We were close once. I don't know what it was. Childhood love. Foolish. Farewell.
Hey there. Bad scene. Call me Astor. Astor Colliane, general merchant by trade. Not that there's much business. Private merchant and enterprising individual. Wait, you don't mean you wanted to know about me personally, did you? Not a chance. Worst soldier I've ever seen. She's in it for the loot. Then again, so am I. Takes one to know one, I guess. As good a place as any to run your business. Ancilla hired me back when his people were in a bidding war against Gastia. Good Alfar, the Ancillas. A stock worth investing in, if you're asking me as a businessman, that is. Is this a jest? Sea-Watch, that old ruin? Ha! Let me consider your offer. At Sea-Watch, I'd have private access to the sea. Private Edstar possesses a prize that I desire, a dagger belonging to one of the Tuatha generals who fell in battle. You can find Freedy in the tavern or around town. Worst soldier I've ever seen. She's in it for the... Did you try the gutter? Or in a puddle of her own vomit? Tell you what, goodbye.
Greetings. Hail to the hero!
Welcome to the war. Yeah, what is it? Wait, I know you. Ah, I see. Kill any Niskaru lords lately? Guess I'm supposed to buy you a drink now, aren't I? Sure did. I've refused 4 offers for it, broken the nose of a guy who tried to steal it, and turned down one proposal of marriage. That dagger's mine. Really? You think so? I never thought about that. I'm walking around Cluricon with a target on my chest. We all are after Melson Shear, but the dagger makes it worse. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's not worth the trouble. I'm so close to living through this war that the last thing I need is to die over a souvenir. Here, it's yours.
Need anything? Ah, very good. Very good indeed. If you weren't so busy slaying Niskaru Lord, I'll go back to Sea-Watch with you. But if that that one is a wart on a Bolgan's ass. Goodbye.
My liege, it is done. The last of the staff has returned, and Sea-Watch has been reborn. Might I say that I have lived a long time and attended to many of noble birth and honorable disposition, but none compares to you. None at all. The castle is yours to rule as you see fit, my liege, and as always, your humble staff is at your service. Goodbye.
Welcome to the war.
You truly are the champion of the war. I knew Tilera my whole life. She is a hero to the Alpha. Happy hunting.
The hero of Mel Senshir.
Have you seen Adrian Tyr around? Haven't spoken to him since the battle. She is the first sword, the greatest champion of the Alpha. I've been here almost a year. I guess before the war, I worked for one of the merchant houses in Rathir. I knew about how terrible the siege was when I arrived. He was killed the day before I was drafted.
You have arrived and our work may begin. Much has changed since I was here. This place is awash with this. How dare the Tuatha permit this to happen to the tomb of the Weeping King? But we must not delay. To reach the key to the Sorrows, you will need this votive, and 3 others like it. We must search Sincere for them. To reach the key means pushing deeper into the hollow, which will be difficult. The tenders of this hollow carried votives, but the tenders are gone now, though I am certain the votives remain. We must find them. Very well. So you have recovered all of the votives. Then we may press onward to the next trial. When we have reached them, I will tell you more. But now we must press onwards. Farther still into the bowels of Sincere. We shall find it mortal. Very well. So you have recovered all of the votive. When we have reached them, I will tell you. Very well. There. The votive, before we can reach the key, we have one final challenge to bypass. The Crying Eyes. We must find them. Very well. This is the other obstacle we must encounter. The Crying Eyes. You must approach them, mortal. They will show you the way forward, if only you answer them. By studying them. It is not a riddle, so much as a test of patience. Imitate the Crying Eye. Very well. Yes? We must hurry to recover the key to the Sorrows, mortal. Very well. That is the key to the sorrows, mortal. It is a branch of the ancient and wizened tree, whose roots touch this world, and the sorrows take the form of the gallows tree in both realms. And this branch... Very well.
I've got plenty of supplies if... You've got plenty of coin. Back again.
Back for some healing. Master Hawkins' recovery has been miraculous, and he has been quite... I haven't seen her in quite some time. I hope everything is well. Stay safe.
Speak. You have the key to the sorrows. That was well done. My reliance on you to this point was never my initial plan. I only needed... But when I learned how willing you were to hound the Tuatha, I saw you would rise to every occasion. You became How could Saturnin have eluded the minds of so many for these long years? Simple. He was a ruse. His existence was fabricated. While all eyes watched for Saturnin, another was free to wage his war, namely, me. All for the glory of Gadflow and our god. When you killed the Baelor, I saw an opportunity to end the House and the mortal armies simultaneously. You became my road to a perfect victory. True, I do not share the face of my brethren. As I explained to Gadflow, it was a necessary part of the plan. I have not worn this mask without sacrifice. Too long have I gone without feeling the warmth of Prismeer or the love of my god. But soon, soon this will end, and I can take my rightful place again. You mean, why not announce my intent in a more obvious and boring... I had to have the Sorrows, but they were lost. It took years before I even learned of the Eldest. To reach the Eldest, I needed this house to die. To do that, I needed a rebellion. To do that, I needed an assassination. Your ignorance of Fey culture, meaning your intonation, made you ideal. You lacked the context others might have used to explain. But there is more. You are the hero of Mel Senshir. You may not admit it, but who better to be the blade that I used to kill the Alfar? Who better to destroy the House of Sorrows? It makes my triumph complete. Perfect. You seriously think your words might stir me to forsake a plan that has finally culminated? There is nothing to be offered, or given, or threatened, mortal. I cannot be... But take heart. You will die long before the Sorrows descend upon the minds of your mortal armies. Mercer.
Survived. For better or worse, I know not. The house is in ruins, the eldest lie butchered, and Bizarane has betrayed us to the Tawa. He must be denied. For our honoured sorrow, our broken pride, our due vengeance. He cannot be allowed.
Once, it seemed nothing more than a symbol of our house.
The gallows tree is more important than we ever thought, mortal. Take heart of it, for we will need its strength in the times of... We are all but gone. And all that remains in our stead are whispered. There is some small hope in knowing that there was life before the House of Sorrow. They could delve the essence of entropy from the bodies of the wind. The Weeping King lived on through them, his acts persisting long after he left these lands. For the Weeping King is always... Once he was a mighty figure among us. But when I know he fights for the sake of our people. But in truth, I did not always know. When you went to Amalur, I meditated beneath the gallows tree. It makes sense now. Why I could practice delving when all had lost, be it fate or chance. We must take advantage of this. I think that as the Weeping King, I can bring us to the Sorrows in time to stop Bizarane. It is both near and far. It will be difficult for Mot. In the Midden, the barrier between this realm and Ashara is weak, and we can exploit that. I do not know what will happen if I attempt to bring you into Ashara, but you have a strong will. Bizarane has a head start on us. However short, it is likely we must hurry. You have a strong force of will. Stronger than I... But we are here. I can recall now. Vaguely. Bizarane will be there, but he has prepared himself. This barrier keeps us from him, and there are other magics at work. It is a place the Weeping King... that I crafted to house the sorrows. When Fae are born, their life force comes from Ashara, and to Ashara their life force returns upon death. This is a powerful place. The tree in the center of the space, the inversion of the gallows tree, the midden is the cradle of winter. It is connected to this realm where the winter fae descend from. The gallows tree serves to... Yes, we can. I can sense the conduits the magic follows, and there are weak points. But Bizarane is no fool. He will not leave them unguarded. And I feel strange presences. Bizarane is correct in that he can manipulate the magic of this place. The barrier is strong, but it feeds off nexuses of energy, and those are vulnerable. We must hurry. We must be quick.
We meet again, mortal. Can I truly be here? Standing, I remember. But he brought me back to fight you. I can't. I'm...
We must be quick.
You dare tread here. I have been dead a short time. Because of you, the house...
There is no time to speak. We must stop Bizarane before... We must hurry.
Finally, you have come. I must admit, my master has raised me to protect it. Perhaps if I take your head...
We must be quick. We must be quick.
And so you have finally reached me. I have waited. I sought to stop him. I found the plan he had and then you came and killed me. And now I am a puppet to his will.
You have slain what vestiges of your past I could conjure, and the barrier has fallen. So now, we are here. You think your presence here can stay my spells? The last words have been uttered. You are too late to stop me. I cannot. You do not understand Fey, mortal. What I do is for the good of all the Winter Kingdom. There are fires coming to this world. I have only glimpsed a fleeting shadow of them, and I am awed and only the Tuatha will be able to bear these tribulations.
Bizarin may be dead, but the death blow is still his. The sorrows have already begun escape. We need to act quickly, or this will all be for nothing. I must seal the sorrows within myself. I do not know for sure. I will be forced to remain in a but I cannot be afraid. It must be done. For the good of mortals. For the good of Fae. It is a noble sentiment, mortal, but you do not understand. They must be anchored in Ashara. But please, bear witness to this last act. We must hurry.
Hi there. Hello there. Business is booming. Especially good if you're private merchant and enterprise. Wait, you don't mean you wanted to know about... God, I'll fire the ancillars. A stock worth investing in. As good a place, and still hired me back when his people... People were in a bidding war against... Bye-bye.